Let's shift focus to another states where elections were recently concluded, and we are talking about the state of the TMC now in Bengal, because that seems to be firefighting a slew of controversies since the mandate on the 4th of May. The latest being the signature forgery row related to the appointment of the LOP in Bengal Assembly. Let's quickly explain what this is about, because the controversy that began after several TMC MLAs claimed that the signatures appearing on a letter submitted to the Assembly Secretariat did not match their original signatures. Now, this letter pertained to the selection of Bengal LOP, Sovandeb Bandhopadhyay, and also following the allegation, a formal complaint was lodged in the case and has now been handed over to the CID for investigation. The agency, which is now examining whether the signatures were genuine or has collected a specimen also from the signatures from the concerned legislators, and is expected to rely on forensic analysis to verify the authenticity.
पुलिस स्टेशन ने होम डिपार्टमेंट में सूचना दिया है, जो कलकत्ता और कोलकाता बाहर का बहुत सारा एमएलए लोग है, और यहाँ हमारी सिग्नेचर एक्सपर्ट, उनका फॉरेंसिक वीडियोग्राफी, एक थोड़ा बड़ा इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग प्लेटफॉर्म चाहिए इसको इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए। टीएमसी बंगाल का जनता का साथ तो भ्रष्टाचार किया है, अभी उनका खुद एमएलए का साथ भ्रष्टाचार कर रहा है। टीएमसी चोर है, अपने खुद चुने हुए एमएलए का सिग्नेचर चोरी कर रहा है, इसलिए जनता को ये मालूम होना चाहिए इसमें बीजेपी और सरकार का कोई रोल नहीं है।
Now here comes the headline. The TMC, which has now acted against its own, suspended two of its newly elected MLAs, Sandeepan Saha and Mamata Banerjee, alleging their involvement in anti-party activities. And here's what the suspended MLAs have to say.
इस पार्टी में जो नैतिकता का बात करेंगे वो एंटी पार्टी एक्टिविटीज ही माना जाएगा, क्योंकि दल कोई नैतिक काम करता नहीं है। ऐसा विधानसभा के जो आइन है उस आइन को नहीं मानते हुए करना, इसके खिलाफ प्रश्न तो उठाना ही चाहिए। आज अगर नैतिकता के लिए हम लोग को दल से सस्पेंड किया गया है, हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं।
Meanwhile, what is the opinion of the former chief minister on this, crying that this is all a conspiracy and that her MLAs are being threatened? Listen into Mamata Banerjee.
তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের এমএলএদের পুলিশ দিয়ে ভয় দেখানো হচ্ছে। লোকাল আইসি এবং এসপিরা ফোন করে বলছেন এবং বাড়িতে পুলিশ পাঠিয়ে রাখছেন যাতে তারা বেরোতে না পারে, এবং তাদের পরিষ্কার বলা হচ্ছে দল ভাঙুন, অমুক লোকের সাথে গিয়ে যোগাযোগ করুন। প্রথম ফোনটা পুলিশ করছে, দ্বিতীয় ফোনটা বিজেপির অফিস থেকে যাচ্ছে।
So that seems to be the reaction coming in from the former chief minister there, as far as when it comes to these developments that has now been taking place within the TMC, already the party that seems to be struggling to keep the flock together. Meanwhile, action that has already been initiated against two of the sitting MLAs. Now, after the Bengal mandate aftermath, is Mamata Banerjee now losing grip? Because as far as several instances point to that, as far as the resignation and back-to-back resignation of Didi's aides that are citing administrative lapses. Then there are allegations of autocratic behavior by IPAC. Many of the leaders within the TMC are now blaming IPAC for its dismal performance. Then also when it comes to the suspension of the two MLAs in what they call as the signature forgery row. Then of course when it comes to the poor attendance at the party meeting that has been called by Mamata Banerjee over several of those sitting MLAs, as far as the 80 strength is now concerned, more than 60 of them did not make an appearance. Then resignation of the local councillor en masse as far as when it comes to post the elections. Meanwhile, speaking to Times Now's group editor-in-chief, Navika Kumar, the former TMC leader Riju Datta, who was also suspended from the party, has made a startling claim, stating that nearly 50 TMC MLAs are now planning to break away from the party, and what he is now calling it to be the asli or the real TMC.
Because I'm giving a breaking news on Times Now. And the breaking news is that why Manav Jaiswal is running away, because today two BJP, Trinamool Congress MLAs got suspended or expelled from the party, Ritobroto Bandhopadhyay and Sandeepan Saha. And today afternoon, under the leadership of Ritobroto Bandhopadhyay, almost 50 Trinamool Congress MLAs were present in a hotel where they want to form an own party called Asli Trinamool, and they want to give the letter to the Speaker of the House that we want our leader of opposition and break away from Trinamool Congress.
Well, let's connect with Ridhita on this. So, Ridhita, Times Now getting the first breaking updates of what's happening within the TMC, and it seems that the party is struggling to keep the flock together.
Absolutely. You see that yesterday two of the MLAs were expelled from the party, especially Mamata Banerjee and Chandipan Chaha, after Mamata Banerjee says that they have spoken upon the real issues of the party, on the democratic issues of the party, and especially on the attendance. They have said that they have purposely not visited the meeting called out by Mamata Banerjee because there was no resolution that was being taken, and hence this was a joint decision by both Mamata Banerjee and Chandipan Chaha to not attend the meeting because nothing fruitful was happening. And they're also saying that every time they had gone ahead to voice about the undemocratic incidents, corruptions, and other scams that was brewing under the party's leadership, they were not entertained, and rather they were also not heard to. And therefore, as of now, even at the point when it was not clear that if the TMC 2.0 is forming itself, but they say that anytime that we have spoken about the incidents, the scams, corruptions taking in the parties under
well,
the
even
leadership,
as the protest that was called it on the attack on when it comes to the TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee, we're looking at very little as far as participation that came in from the TMC leaders as well. Ridhita, please to stay on with us. We have another breaking update coming in. What we're getting to know that the Bengal CID has now formed a special investigating team to probe the alleged irregularities in Lakshmi Bhandar scheme that reportedly happened during the previous government. Now, officials claim that benefits meant for women diverted to multiple male-linked bank accounts. So, if Ridhita, what has now been said as part of the investigation, nearly 22 suspicious accounts have been identified so far in multiple districts.
Absolutely. You see, while BJP was campaigning before this election, we had seen how they were talking about the corruption that has been taking place in the name of developmental schemes. They have also been talking upon this corruptions to be exposed once BJP comes to power, and exactly that is how things have been unfolding within the first 1 month as BJP takes its power in Bengal. The Bengal CID now have formed a special investigative team to investigate in the irregularities of the Lakshmi Bhandar scheme, which was reportedly happening under the old government. It was also one of the flagship events of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. So, as we were stating, that around 22 suspicious accounts have also been found out. So, when the implementation of Annapurna Yojana has also started in Bengal, you remember the Minister Agnimitra Paul has also stated about how this is going to start from
accounts that has been identified. We are told that several arrests that have already been made in connection with the alleged irregularities. Ridhita, for the moment, thank you very much for joining in. And before we head into a short break, what do you do when you want to catch up on the news on the move? Well, Times Play has you covered. Now, the all-in-one OTT streaming platform that is developed by Times Network uniquely blends premium digital video entertainment with real-time news broadcasting. So you can catch your favorite news channel on Times Play, which is available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store.